Good morning. It is May the 2nd, 2017, and everybody around the globe is awake and at or has been at their trading stations. So we've had full markets overnight. We'll start with our customary disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. A mouthful. Well, I hope everybody had a good evening. We awakened this morning with most markets still stuck in a range. The economic news around the globe was mixed. China's manufacturing came in lower than forecast. The news out of the EU was generally at or below forecast, so it showed slight economic slowing. The news out of the UK, Great Britain in specific, showed greater than forecast economic activity. So generally speaking, around the globe, the economic news is showing signs of slowing. Not on every announcement, but enough that might be the case. So the world is still looking for China and the United States to pull things up and around. We have vehicle sales in the United States today at 17.2 million. And it's generally about noon before all those numbers are known, so it usually does not impact the market, but that's a good number. In fact, the auto industry runs really well at 16 million vehicles or more. So they've had some pretty good years since 2009. They've been probably one of the main drivers of our economy. Okay, M starts London. That's right here. But what we find now that the moves often begin in K&L on Frankfurt time, where the traders are getting the jump on London. So we got a pretty clean break in the market at 14.5, 16. We had a B yesterday based on volume. We had a B right here, the overnight session split. The Globex split and the Frankfurt split are both Bs. So my guess is we're going to sell. So I've got 15 to 19, sell 1, 23, 27, sell 2, and it might take a 14 to get off a short. We'll see. On the buy side, 5 to 9, I don't think we break it today. Really going to be down to the direction of the Emini, then 29 to 01 for buy 2. Looking at the 30-year, for those of you that are visiting the room, we do all of the research on treasuries on the 10-year because that's where the volume is. And we get questions a lot about, well, do you trade the Russell, Dow, the rest of it? Why do you just look at the E-mini? And the reason we just look at the E-mini is because that's where the volume is. And because our software is volume based, you got to go to where the volume is. And if you want to trade the NASDAQ off the E-mini, if the E-mini looks like it's going to trade higher, the NASDAQ's going to trade higher. And that's how you do it. Okay, Frankfurt time right here. Move out of the middle. AB, we haven't broken, so our first little band of support is going to be 20 to 24. 13, 17's buy 1. 5 to 9's buy 2. And it's just going to hinge on what the E-mini does. The FOMC meeting starts today. That tends to freeze markets. So the buck to 04, number 1, 7 to 11, sell 1, 15 to 19, sell 2. No change is expected in the Fed's announcement tomorrow. Everybody will be looking to see how bullish or bearish the comments are, or dovish or hawkish, as that's the language they use with the Fed. Gold was quiet overnight. I think it was trading when I looked at it about where it closed yesterday. And we're supposed to make 70 degrees today after our 50-degree weather, less than 50-degree weather over the weekend. The wind was definitely from the north. Boy, that was a huge storm system when you looked at that. The big comma as it raced across the United States. Okay, gold for 3 weeks has been under pressure. Which side should you trade from? That's a great big B. We broke support yesterday right here. It was a B coming into it, a B right here. We put all this together. We're still looking at a B. Putting all of that together. So the pressure is on the length. So stops below 50. So we'll make 51.49 by 1 and 45.47 by 2. On the sell side, got a high volume number at 58, so 57.60 sell 1, 63.65 sell 2. But it looks like gold's going to try to trade lower. The euro, every time Mario thinks he has the problem solved, piece of the puzzle, the euro rallies on him. And the goal of the European Central Bank and Union is to get the euro lower so they can export outside of the EU. So here we sit, just kind of right in the middle of the recent trading range. So 45, 55, so on. That's where we were last night. And 70 to 80, we'll keep the same numbers on the sell side. Sell 2. 109.25 by 1. 109 even, 109.10 by 2. I still see a trading range, and the Fed meeting tend to freeze the euro. Crude oil was up a little bit when I looked at it. Fundamentals remain pretty bad in crude. It is slowly working its way lower, but we're in a trading range right now. So we've got a buyer against 48.50 and we've got a seller against 49.50. We're in a dollar trading range. So 49 and a quarter, 49.50 sell 1, 49.75.50 sell 2. On the buy side, 48.50, 48.75 buy 1, 48 even, 48 and a quarter buy 2. Pretty quiet in the oil markets, and we'd like to see more volatility. Volatility is what makes it easier to day trade. Our focus is day trading, not swing trading, but crude and the E-mini of late favor the swing trader. Okay, here's the E-mini. The FOMC meeting tends to freeze things. We're looking for 17.2 motor vehicle sales. Support 75 to 80. And resistance is 90 to 95. And I'm guessing that range is going to hold. The longer term bias is higher. I still think we're going to take out 2400. I don't know which piece of news will precipitate that move, but it's there, I'm sure. My guess right now it's the Trump tax proposal. Looks like Obamacare is still with us. They don't have the votes, and it's the Republican Party that are not giving Trump the votes that he needs. It's the rhinos like it the way it is. And it's absolutely amazing what they say to get elected and what they actually do when they get in office. Elizabeth Warren would say they speak with forked tongue. So right here we are. We got a buyer below 80, so we'll make 80, 82 buy 1. Then 75, 77 for buy 2. And look for a trading range. Given the world stock market, I believe the bias remains up. And the world, gosh, I forget what they call that index. It very either set new highs or is very close to new highs. So the sentiment is still to the buy side. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be with you as soon as possible. We'll be talking about the bond about 722 this morning. I'll put those numbers into the room. And we'll see how the stats play. Generally speaking, the stats have been pretty good. They've helped the trading. So we're confident that will continue to occur. Back at around 722.